Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back. I'm going to pull some cards. I'm actually going to reach back here and grab this one. I'm going to probably pull a few cards. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I'm just trying to figure out and feel into what I've already done a little bit of content. So I'm just trying to feel into, I haven't done a card pull in a while, and it is March, today is the 8th, 26. Yeah. How are you doing? So we're going to pull some cards and see what messages you need to hear, see, receive, get activated by the art, the messages that are coming through, again, for your highest and best good, always connecting to prime creator, source. Yeah, and again, you're receiving always for your highest and best good. Again, take what resonates, feel into your discernment. You'll know if it's for you, don't make it fit, and take what resonates and leave what does not. All right, so hopefully everyone's doing well. We're probably going to pull just a few cards, you know, like I just like feeling random today, like just random stuff. We'll see what cards wants to be used, what tools, all right, do we have for the collective? What messages need to be received today? What are you wanting to receive today, for today? All right. All right, looks like some of you have been dealing with some heartbreak. We've got the Three of Swords here. Had some heartbreak. You've had maybe some distractions. Maybe you've had people in your ears. Maybe you've had some entities poking around in your head, you know, messing around you. You've got this dark, shadowy self, right? And this is spirit. Maybe, you know, spirit's been trying to get your attention. Maybe you've been dealing through a heartbreak. Maybe you're not addressing something. Maybe you're not honoring your heart. All right. So that's the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords, which is the Eight of Swords. All right. So you have to decide to walk away. Maybe you've already walked away from this situation. Maybe you've, you know, pulled yourself up by the bootstraps and you've walked away, and this is just your confirmation. All right. And you've walked away from everything, people, places, and things, and you've been guided by your team, by spirit, and you're walking back to yourself by walking to source, trusting that inner guidance, that inner knowing. Yeah. What else do we have? Yeah, we've got this Two of Swords, a lot of swords energy, right? You've been blindfolded. Again, maybe you've been just, like you said, you walked away not knowing. All right, just maybe, I look at this a few different ways, depending on what else falls. But with this falling after this, I'm thinking like, all right, you've walked away and you've been kind of blindfolded, maybe just been guided by spirit. Again, I don't necessarily always read traditionally what it is. It's like what I'm getting like intuitively. So it's like you've walked away not knowing what's ahead. You've been blindfolded, but you've been letting spirit, source guide you along this path, okay? And the Lovers fell out of that. So walking back to yourself, finding the love within. Again, I look at this card many ways. Yes, maybe you're walking because you chose you and loved yourself and balanced your divine feminine and or your divine masculine. You've integrated the light and the dark, literally depicted on this card. Number 6, Sagittarius might be significant. You might see a bow, an arrow. There's a heart. There's like different tattoos on her. All right. So you've walked away to walk back to yourself, and then you found that balance, that love within yourself. But this could also mean like that divine counterpart, right? You cannot have a true divine counterpart with somebody if you're constantly giving your energy away. You're pouring into everyone else's cup but yourself. And you got to the point, which is funny because this is literally under this card, that maybe there was a massive betrayal and heartbreak that you had to go through, all right? That you had to go through, that you had to walk away from, trusting and believing that all's going to work out, all right? And that's exactly what happened with me. If you haven't seen that video, go check out my Twin Soul video. It's a long one, but there might be some nuggets of information if you feel like you're on that particular journey. All right, we've got Page of Cups. So, yeah, you're coming out of this five of this lack, this 5, you remember you've had the key all along. You're the key, right? You're coming out of this energy of, which is under this 5 of Swords, which is interesting. Planes, frequency, I'm always protected, so it doesn't matter. So, but 5-5 significant, but you're coming out of this mentality of defeat. Maybe you've had poor health. Maybe whatever you were in before confirmation was creating, you know, you were in a situation where it was creating such a disharmony in your energetic field that it was creating health and like financial issues, and as well as health issues, and you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that. Okay. All right, we've got a heart here, 3 Page of Cups. All right, looking up, you know, when pigs fly. I'm gonna read that one because I'm not feeling anything with that particular card right now, except for, let me see here, you're just looking up, like looking up at your feet, looking up into the unknown. Maybe you're like, when pigs fly, this will happen. You know, always like that. This card, because it's got like, he's looking up at his feet. All right, there's a lot of rainbow energy. There's a lot of sacred geometry. And we got a pig and a cup up here, like when pigs fly. You know, it's always interesting how I'm guided to read the cards and interpret the cards for each time. Sorry, I'm distracted about this reflection that's coming from behind me into my lens. My apologies. All right. So, Page of Cups, Page of Cups, Page of Cups. All right. So, oh, okay. So this, what this says, there's a quote with this particular deck. So take what resonates. All right. So this is you knowing that the world is your oyster. All right. That you're excited to see what happens next. And this is really interesting because I'm literally laying this out like this. All right. You've walked away. And you know that your world is your oyster. And you might not know what that is just yet. You just feel it. You know it. All right? Because you've walked away from this heartbreak. All right? This struggle. This maybe ill health or lack of finances. Okay? Sorry, I get distracted. Because when I even get into this, then it's like more starts to coming through. All right. This is you. You have a dream. All right? You're very creative. You're heading towards these unexpected opportunities. There's going to be a lot of synchronicities, so pay attention. The team is asking you to pay attention to the signs of synchronicities, the conversations that you're guided to listen to, maybe out in public, maybe those conversations if you run into somebody. All right, so pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities and the key codes. All right, something's gonna open up for you. All right, continue to have that open, joyful heart, that excited, playful, like that inner child, what's coming next. All right, and continuing to be motivated to create new ideas is what's coming through. All right, and you've done this by filling your own cup. Right, we've got Ace of Cups here. You've gone within. You started pouring into your own cup. There had been many times where you were pouring into somebody else's cup. And that was creating a lot of issues for you, right? A lot of health issues, a lot of stress, a lot of confusion, a lot of distraction. All right, so you stepped up. You're like, I'm fucking done. And you started pouring into your own cup, knowing that you had no idea what was going to happen next, except for you continued to focus on you. And you made yourself your priority. So, good job, because I've been down this almost speaks to my journey in this past 12 to 24 months. So this is very resonant for me. So this is why I can like convey this, like you've had this heartbreak, or you had this circumstance that just broke your fucking heart. You were so distracted, you've been giving all your energy away, and you had to just fucking walk away no matter how much it fucking hurt. Stepping into the unknown, blindfolded, but trusting that spirit and source was guiding you all the way, knowing that coming back to yourself, that all of this has now been reversed. Your health is coming back, your life force essence is coming back, your abundance is coming back in. All these things that were blocking, you're staying open, you're staying optimistic. You know better things are on the horizon because you've continued to pour into your own cup, okay? Oh my gosh, see, that's what happens. See, I just don't, just start channeling and just getting information, and your heart is open. Continue to keep your heart open. You're going to be getting new connections. New connections are coming in. Romantic partnerships Possibly, yes, or just new soul tribe connections, okay? Because you've done the work, all right? You're going to be experiencing maybe some newfound creativity, all right? You're going to find bliss, excitement, expansion with this creativity. And this is where you're going to be stepping forward into the next highest version of yourself, okay? All right, justice. Justice is taking place. You are receiving your just dues. I don't know if you're experiencing like a legal matter in the physical, or if this is justice has been called in the spiritual, or both, but you have balanced. We've got the scales. You have balanced, and you are receiving your karmic justice. Yes, you've packed everything and you've walked away. Everything. You packed everything, which was bare minimum, and you've walked away. You've walked away. What has been hidden will be illuminated. We've got the yin and the yang. Something's been illuminated in this last boom. You might have felt like at times you were drowning, or that you were hidden. Maybe you feel like you've been veiled or hidden from certain things, all right? But it's in that rest period. But something is going to be revealed, or it has been revealed for this next Two of Cups. There's definitely a partnership coming in. We've got Two of Cups and we've got the Lovers here under the Ace of Cups. So we've got a new relationship. This is divine union. This is twin soul energy here for me. This is what comes through here. All right. It could be an interracial relationship. It doesn't have to be. I don't see color again, but I also see balancing of the masculine and feminine, balancing the light and the shadow, loving on you first, so this divine counterpart, this twin soul, can actually come forward. Now, in my circumstance, I've been in my divine counterpart in the 3D reality. And now we've been going through the healing process so we can step into our divine mission, our divine purpose as our 5D twin soul connection. So we've been doing all the clearing and the healing, the karmic work. And we spent many years doing that together and experiencing life growing. And now during this past 12, 24 months or so, or even more, that, you know, been able to come into, and now going to be stepping into that divine union. That's your person, right? So it can look both ways. So don't misconstrue this. Not the pink fluffy stuff. It is an activation. It is an awakening. A twin soul journey is an awakening back to yourself. And the feminine usually wakes up first. The divine masculine follows. And it's completely two different healing journeys and two different journeys back to self, back to union. So hopefully this makes sense. I didn't realize we were going to go to this is what it's. And you are the magician. You are the magician. You are, so, okay, what's coming through is be very mindful of what you're speaking, saying, thinking, because you manifest. It's time, you're going to be manifesting like this. So be very mindful. You are a magician. You're going to be seeing an infinity sign to confirm this. You're going to be seeing the 2 2s, the 11 11s as a confirmation, maybe 5 5. So changes here, changes taking place. 10s, again, that 10 is that completion and new beginning energy. I've been seeing a lot of 10s everywhere, like in all ways, shapes, and forms. So I feel like this message is for me. Yes, I just got a yes. All right, but I already know this. It's because you took a leap of faith on yourself. You took a leap of faith on yourself. You didn't take a leap into somebody else. You took a leap to yourself, back to yourself, right? You stepped away. You took a leap back to yourself. You took those leaps not knowing. You took the ultimate leap. You completely and utterly surrendered to the divine, to your highest. And, you know, yellow's that solar plexus coming back into, standing in your truth, speaking your words. All right, has felt like it's been a little bit of a slow burn. Knight of Pentacles is very slow earth energy. But your spirit horse, which this is mine, reminds me, mine's actually Oscar is my spirit horse. He's brown, I think he's chestnut brown. But the spirit's been walking with you, protecting you. There's a shield, all right? Building these new foundations. And this could be up to a 9 to 10 year cycle that this has been happening. All right, take what resonates. But Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving energy, okay? But it's going to be picking up. It's going to be picking up, okay? And you're going to be utilizing all your gifts and abilities from this lifetime and past lifetimes that maybe you stored away. They're going to be coming up. Again, this is the moon cycles. You are very connected to the moon cycles. You do rituals, or you get big activations or informations and downloads during the moon cycles. All right, you're going to be remembering gifts and abilities to be brought forward so you can start building this empire and utilizing these gifts and abilities and skills that you've culminated over this lifetime and past lifetimes to bring forward to help with the collective for the highest and best of all. All right, yep, you're going to be creating, right? We're birthing in. Again, you might hear of a pregnancy, but this feels more like we're birthing in. You know, we got these beautiful stars. You're getting this information. You're bringing it down. You're bringing it down into that solar plexus, that sacral area. You're going to birth and you're going to create something beautiful and new. You've surrendered to your highest. You are awoke. You've wakened up. I can't speak today. Oh my gosh, we might be choosing these cards today. Right? Judgment. All right. You woke up. You called judgment. You called judgment on the bullshit and you stepped forward. All right. You're sitting beautiful, calm, stable, grounded in this fiery Seven of Wands energy. And you are meant to be seen, heard, and felt across multiple platforms, on big stages, whether it's in your community or across the world. This is that beautiful Six of Wands energy, very fiery, this badass entrepreneur stepping forward, creating what has never been created before, and again, for the highest and best for humankind, moving forward into New Earth, into this 3D reality. Coming out of this devil-like energy where you have felt like you've been stuck or strung along like a little, this is hilarious, like a little puppeteer, not knowing what the fuck, but you finally, because you chose yourself, you started to break yourself from this devil-like energy, this negative energy, okay? You've been maybe feeling like you were in this Four of Cups energy, but Source has always been with you. Spirit's always been with you. So you are moving forward. You're going to be basically stepping through the portal and stepping through this magnificent journey into this Six of Wands, badass entrepreneurial energy. You are going to be receiving downloads, activations, remembrances of these gifts and abilities that maybe you stored away for safekeeping just for this lifetime, okay? You're going to be traveling. You're going to be traveling, more than likely, traveling the globe. You're going to be traveling the gold. I'm going to use myself. This is how I felt like when it comes to, I feel like I've been looking out the window waiting for the how, the when, the where, the what, the why for travel. Because I know, I've known in my soul my entire adult life that I'm meant to be traveling the world. Never knew how. I'm getting full body goosebumps and chills with this reading. I've known this. There's a little Volkswagen van. So when I say get on the self-love tour, in my mind, I'm like, I've gotten on this little Volkswagen van and I've just gone and done the work. I walked away. I started focusing on me. I started pouring into my own cup. But I've known this. But I have felt like this my whole life. That I'm just looking out the window, watching everyone else travel and be able to experience life in different places. And now it's time. It's time now to travel. It's time to travel. Yep. The wheels have turned. Everything is balanced out. You have balanced everything out perfectly. And it is turning in your favor. She's got the light and everything is balanced perfectly. Everything is balanced perfectly. And this is happening. This is happening fast. This is happening before, depending on when you receive this. I'm recording this on March 8th, 2026. So between now and April 1st, you are something big, explosive, massive is going to happen. And that can look many ways for you, but it's very fast, fiery, hot, creative, expressive, ignition type energy. And again, if you're receiving this in the future, it's going to happen on the 1st of the next month is what's coming through. So if you're receiving this in March, it's something's happening by April 1st. If you're receiving this after April 1st, it is, or forward in the future, this is, the team is saying this is happening, all right, by the 1st of the next month. Remember, all of this message might resonate, or only some of it might resonate. Take what resonates, you know. So you might just be receiving an activation or a download before the next month, right? That might be the only part of the message. All right, you might just resonate with the twin soul part of it. You might resonate with just the broken heart and the struggle and the confusion and the walking away part. I resonate with this entire reading. Like if you were to do a reading, this is very significant to me. Like this energy in this story hits home so deeply. Not parts of it, all of it. That's why I'm like, I'm so embodied in this energy right now. Is there anything else? What is after this Eight of Wands? Please, Source, please tell us what is after this Eight of Wands energy. What is after this Eight of Wands energy? Oh my gosh. I thought I was doing a multi-card pull, but the team always has other ideas. Yep, Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right, what do we have? 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 Shuffle. All right, we're going to give it just, yep, Nine of Pentacles. Yep. Yep. Nine, your harvest is ready. Hawks or owls are significant. Your harvest is ready to be picked. You probably work with Gaia. You probably connect to the spirits. There's herbs here. You probably work as an herbalist or work with herbs in general and oils and different things like that. You work with nature. All right. Your Nine of Pentacles is here. It's after this all of this very deep rest. All right. You're coming out of this very deep rest in healing, in life force regeneration. All right. And under that would be the Hermit. And it is time to celebrate a union, an expansion of your relationship, celebrating the you by choosing you. It is time to celebrate you. You're being celebrated in the higher realms, and you're going to be celebrated here in the 3D. All right. All right. Anything else, please? Oh, I just saw it. Where is it? I just saw the Sun card. That's a yes. The Sun card was a yes. My nose is running. You are an earth angel. You are a light worker. You are a good worker. You are here for a divine mission, at that divine mission, a divine purpose. All right. You've perfectly balanced your light and your dark. You are here for a purpose. It is time to go. Right? It's time to go. It's time to go. Your soul tribe is here. Help is coming. Help is coming. Help is coming. That's all I keep hearing is help is coming for this forward, this next step. Is there anything else before we close this out, please? And thank you. Please and thank you. What else do we have? You are sitting in your Empress energy. You've sources with you. Leo, strength. All right. Strength. The strength of your heart. The strength in choosing you. Trusting you. All right. Infinity symbols are going to be another significant confirmation here. Okay. Sheeps or lambs might be significant. You are strength. You are source. Right. All right. Anything else just to finish this off? Please and thank you. Yep, you're receiving your 10 of Cups. Yep, 10 of Cups. I knew this wanted to come out. It just has to be perfect. Rainbow energy frequency. Divine feminine, divine masculine. You've healed your inner children. You've come into union. All right, you're coming into that white picket fence energy. This is your everything. This is your everything. I knew I felt that 10 of Cups energy. I knew it. I feel 10 of Pentacles too here. I feel that that's also there. I haven't seen it yet. As a wad of cards just swell out. What do we have? What do we have? Like I said, this might be it. Yep, Chariot. Yep, this is fast moving. Again, who drives the chariot? Okay? Very fast moving energy. Oh my gosh, that is a beautiful message. Thank you to the Cosmic Consciousness Divine Prime Creator for that holy hell. Like I said, that basically unfolded in many ways my story, which I said I did a video on that. I was very guided to do a very long video on my twin soul journey. We're coming up on 8 years, and we are in current physical separation. We are currently back together, but physically we have been separated for a very long time. All right, so we are going to just pull a higher self message just to clarify any of this. What's the final messages, please and thank you. You know what? We're gonna pull some earth magic. We're gonna finish off with some earth magic. When you bond with someone in spirit, you both become greater for good. So you are bonding with your soul team, your soul tribe, your soul family, and you are bonding with your divine counterpart in spirit. You're already in divine union in the higher realms. You are a rare flower that blooms in the dark. So keep on growing, beautiful soul. All right, what do we have for the beautiful collective from this beautiful earth magic deck? Again, one of my very first oracle decks. I've had this probably 10 years now. You're going to be seeing lotus flowers. This is another confirmation. Dragonflies, rainbows, and unicorns. And especially if you're here with me, you're seeing rainbows and unicorns. What other final messages do we have before we close out this amazing, beautiful message? It's time to breach out of the water. It's time to breach out of the water, breach out of the cocoon. You're going to see whales, completion. Those karmic cycles are complete, and you're stepping into this new book, this new series. All right, full moons are definitely significant. The ancestors have been with you, guiding you. Your ascended ancestors from Earth and the galactics and the cosmic ancestors have been with you this entire time, guiding you, giving you the signs and synchronicities. You connect very deeply with the ancestors. They're here because we're clearing. We're doing the clearing that they were unable to do, right? We're clearing the karma. We're clearing the generational curses, you know, those hexes and vexes and all of that stuff over lifetimes that they weren't able to do or complete in past lives. Yep, it's continue to purify through the rain. Earth magic. Know your magic. Connect with the fairies. Connect with the elementals. They are here with you. More than likely, you are a royalty in the fairy realms. Know your power. Lightning. You're going to see lightning striking. Something is striking, like this massive information. You've been purifying, clearing, and cleansing, all right, through the rain, through the water. And it is now to step forward into this very easy, very ebb and flow type of a life. Moving forward. All right, moving forward. Is there any other final messages? Movement is here. Movement is here. You might be moving. You might be physically moving wherever you're at, or you're just moving forward into these next directions. Maybe you're moving to a different town. Maybe you're moving a completely different... There is movement here. Like I said, we had the fiery 8 of Wands, Chariot, movement. All right. All right. Anything else, please, and thank you. Yep, it's the dawn of a new day. We're going to close out with it's a new beginning. This is your confirmation. This new beginning after this death and rebirth spring equinox. There's something, like I said, March 20th, as I record this video, is in a few weeks. Something is rebirthing before, like I said, the beginning of the next month, the next cycle. Rabbits, white rabbits, butterflies, owls, and peacocks are very significant. Things are going to be easily and effortlessly. Continue to nurture yourself. Nurture yourself. Connect to Gaia, ground, get barefoot, get in a body of water. Ancient healing wisdom is on its way. All right? Stand strong. Continue to stand strong. And it's a promise. Your promise is here. All right? New moon energy. So we got the moon cycles. Summer solstice. Source is with you. That source radiance. Shining within you. Right? Because you chose you is now radiating out into the collective. Okay? Thank you for hanging out. Holy crap, 2808 on the timer. All right, so that was fun. Thank you to the team. Thank you for clicking play, hanging out, having fun. Hopefully you received the messages, signs, synchronicities, and key codes that you were meant to receive, activations, information, confirmations, whatever it is. And until next time, we will see you soon. Love you. Bye.